Luka Doncic struggled with his shot again, thanks to his ailing right knee, and Kyrie Irving spent a bunch of energy playing defense. Through all that, the co-stars of the Mavericks tag teamed for a second-half surge that sent Dallas to the second round in their first postseason together. Doncic had 28 points and 13 assists, Irving scored 28 of his 30 points after halftime, and the Mavericks finished off the Los Angeles Clippers with a 114-101 victory Friday. With Irving alongside him this time, Doncic did what the Slovenian superstar couldn't 3 years earlier: close out the Clippers in Dallas in Game 6 of a first-round playoff series. The fifth-seeded Mavericks beat the Clippers for the first time in 3 first-round tries over the past 5 seasons and will open the Western Conference semifinals at the top seed, Oklahoma City, on Tuesday night. Paul George had 18 points and 11 rebounds for the Clippers, who won the first 2 times they played without Kawhi Leonard in the series but didn't have enough scoring punch in the last 2. He was sidelined by right knee inflammation. James Harden had 16 points and 13 assists but was just 5 of 16 from the field and missed all 6 of his three-pointers as LA was eliminated in the first round for the second consecutive season despite the early season trade for the 10-time All-Star. Irving, added at the trade deadline last year for the kind of playoff run the Mavs hope they just started, spent plenty of time guarding Harden in the first half, when he had 2 points on just 6 shots. The 8-time All-Star opened the second half with a layup to break a 52-52 tie, then Doncic hit a three-pointer after going 0 for 7 from deep in the first half. Following an LA turnover, Irving hit a 3 for an 8-point lead after Dallas had lost a 13-point advantage in the second quarter. The Mavs outscored the Clippers 35-20 in the third quarter, the same quarter that fueled the Game 5 win in Los Angeles for a chance to clinch, and pushed the lead to 20 early in the fourth. Irving gave Dallas its biggest lead with a flashy 4-point play when he hit a leaning three-pointer as he was bumped by PJ Tucker and made the free throw for a 106-82 lead. The Clippers answered with an 11-2 run to get within 13 but never seriously threatened a big comeback in the final minutes after George, Harden and Ivica Zubac each played at least 22 minutes in the first half to get LA back in the game. Doncic, who also has dealt with illness in addition to a sore knee, was 9 of 26 from the field and just 1 of 10 from 3 while going 9 of 11 on free throws. Irving was 10 of 13 from the field after halftime. Now Doncic will try at least to match his long playoff run of 2 years ago, when Dallas stunned Phoenix with a Game 7 blowout in the West semis before falling to eventual champ Golden State in 5 games in the West Finals. Norman Powell scored 20 points for the Clippers, and Zubac had 17 points and 11 rebounds. PJ Washington scored 14 points with some big three-pointers for the Mavs, going 4 of 8 from deep, and Daniel Gafford had 13 points with several emphatic buckets down low. Dallas Maxi Kleber didn't return after spraining his right shoulder when he took a hard fall on a blocking foul against Amir Coffey on a drive in the first minute of the second quarter. Kleber, whose three-point shooting was a boost for Dallas in the series, returned to shoot free throws, making 1 of 2 before leaving at the next dead ball. Paolo Banchero scored 10 of his 27 points in the fourth quarter, helping the Orlando Magic overcome Donovan Mitchell's 50 points and hold off the Cleveland Cavaliers 103-96 on Friday night to force a decisive Game 7 in their first-round NBA playoff series. 3 nights after scoring 39 points on 14 of 24 shooting in a 1-point road loss that left the Magic on the brink of elimination, the 21-year-old Banchero put his team on his back and carried them to their biggest win in years. Franz Wagner had 26 points and Jalen Suggs made 6 three-pointers and finished with 22 for the Magic, who pulled away in the closing minutes, with Banchero hitting a three-pointer that put Orlando ahead for good at 92-89. Mitchell was magnificent for Cleveland, scoring all of his team's 18 points in the fourth quarter. Darius Garland finished with 21, but ultimately the Cavs were unable to overcome poor three-point shooting, 7 of 28. Game 7 is Sunday in Cleveland, where the Cavs won Games 1, 2 and 5 and clearly play better than on the road, where they've dropped 7 straight playoff games dating to a LeBron James-led Game 7 victory at Boston in the 2018 Eastern Conference Finals. The Cavs haven't won a postseason series since then. The Magic, in the playoffs for the first time since 2020, are seeking their first series win in 14 years. Orlando took games 3 and 4 by a combined 61 points, yet came out Friday night with a slightly different look, inserting forward Jonathan Isaac into the starting lineup and shifting Wagner from forward to guard to put 4 6'10" players on the floor at the same time. With center Jarrett Allen out for the second consecutive game because of a bruised rib, the Cavs slid forward Evan Mobley to center and started Marcus Morris Sr. after the 34-year-old came off the bench to score 12 points and elevate Cleveland's level of physicality. The Cavs trailed 53-49 at the half and were fortunate the deficit wasn't larger, considering they had misfired on 13 of 14 three-point attempts. With an aggressive Mitchell and Garland seemingly driving to the basket at will, Cleveland converted 22 of 32 shots inside the arc and wound up shooting 50% overall, 23 of 46 before the break to stay close. They finally heated up from long range in the third quarter, with Mitchell and Max Struss making three-pointers during a 17-4 surge to begin the period. They trailed by as many as 9 before closing within 78-73 leading into the fourth quarter.